Yes, people. What's going on in DGL Talks Football? We're back again. Game week 10 of the Premier League has been lit, ladies and gentlemen. You already know what it is. Chelsea lost. Manchester United got absolutely smashed and obliterated by their city rivals. And you know what? We got some other games. Eddie Nketiah, I got 5 on it. Arsenal scored 5 goals. Eddie Nketiah got a hat trick. And Spurs, they're not being Spursy. They're actually winning all their games. You got to give them credit right now. Even though I don't like giving Spurs credit, I'm going to give them credit. They're doing well, and you got to give them credit when they're doing well. But everyone in the comment section, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you enjoy the content also, and make sure you leave a comment. Let us know what you guys think of the video. Let's get the show started. And today, we got a little bit of a different twist. We got a Manchester United fan. We got a Real Madrid fan. We got a Spurs fan coming through. We got a little bit of everybody. And I'm going to start off with Ram, Liverpool fan, winning top of the league with tied close to top of the league. Actually, what am I talking about? One of those teams in the race for the title. Your team keeps winning. Good to see Ram back in the building. Then we got Yasin in the house, making his debut on Vibes from the Six. Hasn't been here since he had absolute chaos with that match preview versus Prime. We got Alan from Time Added On joining in, happy his team's flying at the top of the table, and Vendeven and Romero and Son and Madison are all looking nice. You also have a Real Madrid fan, and he deserves to be here because we have to talk about what his team did against Barcelona and how Jude Bellingham is the second coming of Frank Lampard, or even better. We got to talk about it. Or should we say Stevie G? I don't know. Which one should we compare?
Oh, he's better than both.
No, man, don't do that. Don't do that.
Wait for the Man City fan. We got a Manchester United fan, Demi. Unfortunately, his camera could not work, but I got to give him credit because I have asked around, and not one Manchester United fan could actually make it except for Demi. So big up to Demi. We're going to actually wait for the City fan to come on. Of course, we're going to have Vader on in a second, but how's everyone doing? Let's get this show. How's everyone doing today?
I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
good. My team won this weekend. All good, man. All good.
Yeah, man. Beating my rivals, top of the league. Chilling.
You know what? This is what I'm going to do. When it's your time to speak about your club, I'm going to put you in the middle. But first, we're going to start with Real Madrid. Everybody here. Where's Demi? Oh, shit.
I'm here.
Demi's right there.
We're gonna start with Real Madrid and Jude Bellingham because I feel like everyone here could talk a little bit about Jude Bellingham. Is this guy normal? Like, what the hell's going on? How is Jude Bellingham this good, guys? I am shocked. Like, I thought he was good. I knew he was good. I seen what he did at Dortmund, and I'm like, you know what? He's a good player. But what he's doing now at Real Madrid, he's their talisman. He's their best player. Like, did you guys think this was going to be happening when he joined Real Madrid? I thought it was going to take him a little while to become this guy, but already that guy at Real Madrid. And I'm just starting to say to myself, is he the best center mid right now in the world?
No, he's not. He's not best. He's not the best center mid because he's not playing as a center mid. He's playing as a more advanced.
He's playing.
Go on.
No, he's playing as a number 8, but he's given a more free role from the manager. That's what's happening right now, which is why he gets a lot of free movement around.
Yeah, pretty much. Because when you look at centre midfielders and what they do, in my opinion, the best player on the pitch, the best midfielder was Gavi. He was. But unfortunately, Gavi doesn't have the attacking attributes like a Jude does to win the game. So that's where you see the difference. But if you want to say,
for me, I can't lie. This guy though. For me, no question about it. Right now, it's the signing of the summer. Like, yeah. I'm not even.
I think right now he's the best player on form in the world.
The thing is he is the signing of the summer right now. Like, I genuinely couldn't care what anyone says anymore. Like, just his first classical. My boy is taking Zizou's shirt number. Yeah, and you go in and you produce the magic you've done. Nah, man, I can't follow the guy, man. He's been our best player of the season. You know. Massive reason to why we're seeing top of the league, and we'll beat those scumbags down as well. Yeah, so they can hold that. And yeah, man, Jude Bellingham masterclass, man. Like Ram said, second coming of Lampard.
I never know what Yasin's gonna say about a player. Yasin, what do you think about Jude Bellingham?
I think he's a good player. I think he's very disrespected. Also, I think people love to compare Musiala and other youngsters. Like, they don't want to appreciate him. And apparently, I'm hearing he's a shit player. Like, what he's doing as a 10, as a midfielder, who's a player who's playing so like what's it called, advanced in the midfield is crazy, man. And he's everything you would need in a midfielder. So he's very underrated and disrespected as well, personally. I mean.
Fair enough. Right now we're just talking about Jude Bellingham, guys. Before we go to the next topic, big up Vader for jumping on. We're gonna get on to the Manchester derby in a second. You wanted him, Ram. You must be burning inside seeing him, what he's doing right now at Real Madrid. Or how do you feel about it? Like as a Liverpool fan who were linked to him for so many months and not getting him.
I'm not really burning inside because the player that we've got is actually performing. We'll get on to him later, but it does obviously, when you see quality players do something like that, you're going to appreciate it. And I said this in the last stream, we're talking about Bellingham. And so I think it was Habib who was here, and he got a bit upset about me talking about him and Frank Lampard, yeah? I see the similarities between him, because even if you look at what he did at Dortmund, he had a more advanced role because he was playing with two very defensive-minded midfielders who would do a lot of hard work for him and allowed him to go forward and do whatever he is. But, man, he's top goal scorer of La Liga, man. He's top goal scorer. 10 goals in 10 games. He has a better goal scoring record than the likes of Robert Lewandowski, likes of Vinny, the likes of Antoine Griezmann. Oyarzabal does his thing for Sociedad. Like, this is crazy, and he's a midfielder. I think he's got 2 assists as well in his name as well. So 12 GA in 10 games in La Liga is absolutely crazy. And I know Special One's obviously being a hater right now, saying like, oh, he's Dele Alli all over again. The guy always doesn't have the mentality of Dele Alli. Respectfully to Dele Alli, he don't have his mentality. He's always looking to improve. He's always looking to be better. Because I guarantee you, I swear Dele Alli had suitors across the world, and he was like, "Nah, I want to stay at Tottenham."
Yeah, you know what?
This guy took the mantle, the number 5 of Madrid, the sacred number 5 that people associate with Madrid is a certain Frenchman called Zinedine Zidane, and he's showing that he can step up to the plate, man. I'm not going to say he's better than Gerrard.
And you know what?
I need to make sure.
I'll give it a few years' time. Give it a few.
By the way, he won the Golden Boy, guys. He won the Golden Boy award, and that's been pretty much confirmed that he's won it. Well deserved. Vader, do you have anything to say on Jude before we move on?
Yeah. I'm gonna say this because I get it. You're a Liverpool fan. You don't want to give him too much props, but I'm a City fan, and we were rumored to be after him. And I had other fans.
Did you want him, Mater?
100%. 100%. I wanted him. Obviously, he's English. 2, he was young. And 3, he had played with Haaland before. And I actually went up against him in Champions League and saw what he did against us. So I thought he was a tremendous talent. The fact that he's gone to Real Madrid and he was rumored to go to Liverpool, rumored to go to City, he obviously can play to that level, right? The stage wasn't too big for him. So he's gone to Real Madrid. I think it's going to be a stepping stone for him. He'll then hopefully come to City afterwards. But shamelessly, he's a great talent.
Did you just use my club as a stepping stone? Vader, I have some shit. I
wouldn't say it's a stepping stone, but he's probably, because he's obviously English, there's most likely he's going to come to
guys, we have a long show.
Did you not hear what Fabrizio just
Alan's back. Alan, I want to touch on this topic, and I want to know your take on it. Harry Kane, absolutely flying at Bayern.
Best striker in the world.
Probably expect this.
I disagree with that.
What he's doing right now is insane, no? Or is this something special?
So look, I've said this about Harry Kane all the time. I said last season, if you were to switch Haaland and Kane and put Kane in that Man City team and Haaland in the Tottenham team, Kane would get just the same amount of goals or maybe more. Haaland wouldn't do that. People said no, he wouldn't do that. He's gone to Bayern Munich. People said, oh, he can do it for Spurs because it's all nice there. He can't go there. He's gone to another team. He's gone to a big team who's expecting to win and all that. And he's been asked to perform. And look what he's doing there. In a better team with better players, he's going on to the next level, which he said he was. He is always underestimated. And I really find it disingenuous that football fans, especially in the Premier League, are only starting to show him some respect now because he's moved away from Spurs. But he should have been getting respect for doing it season in, season out in the poor Tottenham team. So, yeah, as always, look, he's not a Spurs player anymore. Wish him all the best. What he does for over there is over there. I focus on Spurs, but yeah, just goes to show that I was always right about him. And people that always sat here and said he can't do it in a big team.
Alan, I wanted him. I wanted him at Madrid so badly. I wanted him so badly.
Exactly.
I was pissed so pissed when my club stopped going for him because Mbappe, the whole story there. I was so pissed off. Quality, man. It's a quality player.
Fair enough. Vader, you disagree with the Haaland point?
Yeah, this swapping Haaland for Kane and Kane would have been just as or more productive. Get out of here. Haaland set these records because of the quality player that he is. It's not an easy swap because we've had great strikers at our club before. So don't try to slight Haaland and say Kane would have done the same thing. Kane's a great talent, no disrespect there.
Great talent. So you're saying Haaland's a complete player is better than Kane?
It's not about the complete player. You're talking about he would have come to City and done what Haaland would have done, and Haaland broke records. I don't think Kane does that.
But Kane was breaking records before Haaland got there.
Kane was breaking what records?
Haaland
broke a record that hasn't been broken in years.
The last person to outscore Messi and Ronaldo in the calendar year when they were at the pomp.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Relax.
Alan? No. Alan, hold on.
Yourself.
Did Haaland break a Harry Kane record last season?
No, he was breaking.
That's my point. That's my point.
I'm talking about was the Messi Ronaldo one.
My point is in the league.
Haaland coming to Spurs last season. Could he have got 30 goals in that Tottenham team? Could Haaland have got 30 goals in that Tottenham team?
That's not the conversation. The conversation is coming to City.
That's what happens when
Harry Kane doesn't do what Haaland does, is my point.
1 second.
We can argue it the other way, but Harry Kane does not do what Haaland did last season.
He's doing it by Munich.
This is all hypotheticals. We would never really know this. I don't really like debating.
You know what's funny?
You know how we can settle this?
Gal, what you did was quite misleading, right? It's very misleading, and I respect it. Yeah.
What did I do? Why are you saying fuck me for?
No. Let me learn. Obviously, I tend to have a look at Bundesliga football. I like to watch a little bit of the games. Obviously, vested interest, Xabi Alonso's there, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. But even though he's getting the goals and assists, it doesn't paint a full picture. People need to still realize that Bayer Leverkusen's still ahead of them. And there are a couple of games where Bayern Munich have absolutely struggled because of the positional situations that Harry Kane gets himself into. He's nothing like a Lewandowski, where Lewandowski can switch it on and off. He can be a little bit of a creator. But again, when you need him to be in the box, he's in the box. He gets the goals. But Kane doesn't have that, hasn't shown that enough for Bayern Munich this season.
Wait. Let me.
What's the argument? Are you saying Kane is not?
Wait. I want to counter.
Lowe was more of a poacher than Kane.
I want to counter that, because
in fact,
you can't necessarily blame Kane in the sense that there's a bigger structural problem with Bayern Munich overall that is not Harry Kane's fault, which you saw last season in the sense that they cannot build out from the back. They also cannot stop attacks in their midfield. That is not Harry Kane's job. He's not a defender, and he's not somebody who's in the midfield to help build up.
I never said anything about midfield build up or anything like that. I said that getting in the right position at the right moments, he's never been there.
Don't get off track.
Games,
I just want to know, Dami, where do you stand on the Haaland and Kane point that Alan was making? Because we're diverting to topics that are a little bit.
With that, I like to say it's a hypothetical. I was one of the ones that used to say that before I did hypotheticals. And I always used to say that if you put Kane in City, I do think he'll get as many goals as he does for Tottenham. Whereas, because of the lack of service that Kane sometimes got at Spurs, which is a fact, you can't fight these things, Haaland will probably get less. And if somebody was to say that, you can't actually fight it because Harry Kane was not getting service as much as you would think top striker getting 30 goals does do. Harry Kane was dropping deep and giving Son the service and then creating goals for himself.
But it was playmaking. He was playmaking just as much.
Personally, I think every striker, but I want to hear what everyone else thinks. I'm just gonna say this on Alan's point. I have to agree with Alan, bro, because we seen Erling Haaland against Wolves. He didn't get the same level of service that he would usually, and we've seen him in other games. Now Kevin De Bruyne has been out. We've seen situations at City even where if he doesn't get the same level of service of quality of service and different same chances that he does week in week out, you're gonna see a dip in his form.
And Kane doesn't. And the thing is, well,
and I think Kane is a better overall.
You guys haven't answered.
No, it's not even
what I said.
You haven't answered
to what I said. There have been moments where Harry Kane where there have been very good opportunities for him to get into the right areas of the box, and he's just not there.
Guess what?
And they've
Harry
struggled in
Kane's
certain
movement-
games
And
because of
Bayern
that.
Harry
fans
Kane's
call
movement
that
might
out.
not be as
Haaland.
good.
Bayern
Every-
fans
Harry
call
Kane's
it out. They
movement might not
want
be as good as
Kane
Haaland.
in that box.
Let me get Yasin's take on this because we kind of got everyone else's takes except for Sam and Yasin.
For me, I think with this debate, it's hard. I think Kane's a better footballer, 100%. I think he's a better
He's
player
older
as
as well. He's older as well.
Yeah, he is. But I think when you watch Kane and Haaland is just more of a poacher, and he's just more of a natural threat in front of goal. I think naturally, if you're asking me who is a better player and who would I have on my team, like for a full season to carry my team, I'll probably take Kane. And like I'm talking about like a shit team. If I had like a West Brom team that I would want them to like push into the top 10, I'm taking Kane. If you're talking about a team where there is unbelievable creators, I would take Haaland. I think it's similar. So I think Kane's a better player, but I think Haaland, the way people downplay Haaland and they say he's a top image, I think Haaland right now, currently, if you can call this controversial, I think he's the best player in the world. And I think last season he was the best player in the world. So, and when people have to say best player, you have to be the best creator. And says I disagree. I personally believe if you have to be the best player, you just need to have the best performance. And last season, from August 2022 to July 2023, there was not a single player for me that outperformed Haaland. That's why I think he was the best.
So
player
you think
in
it's
the
a
world.
robbery that Messi's going to win the Ballon d'Or?
Outperformed or scored more goals?
I wouldn't really say robbery, but I think it would be a huge L, man, because they keep favoring Messi, so it's got to be the Haaland, man, 100%.
So okay, just so I know, does everyone here agree with Yasin and think Messi shouldn't win the Ballon d'Or and it should be Haaland based off last season?
Like he said something which is kind of contradictory. Performances. Haaland did not have the best performances. He scored the most goals. I don't think he had the best performances even in his team. But
he helped his team. He scored some big goals.
He
scored some big goals. Big games, like
true.
Bayern Munich.
Ballon d'Or's a popularity.
The thing is, number one, the Ballon d'Or
It's true,
stuff.
Alan.
I couldn't even give a toss about that because, with all due respect, it's just a popularity contest. And number two, Haaland, in one way, didn't score in the semi-final or in the final. Any, what is the FA Cup or the UCL? But I think Haaland.
He didn't score in the finals. Yeah, he didn't score in the FA Cup.
No, but I hear Yass's argument in another way where he says that without Haaland, City would never have won that treble, and I agree. They wouldn't have done it. So
I think this is the perfect
I hear that
way
point.
I think this is the perfect way to segue into the City game. But just so on the record, who here is voting for Haaland if they had a vote for Ballon d'Or?
I mean, I can hear both sides. But
I'm going Messi.
I can't decide.
Haaland.
If I was going to go based on what they've done in the game last year, you'd probably give it to Haaland because all Messi done was win the World Cup. But
so why didn't you put your hand up when they put their hands up?
I was thinking about it. It's not as close as it is. And again, I don't get lost in this Ballon d'Or thing because it's just.
I couldn't give a toss about it, to be honest.
I'm not
fair enough. Let's get here for what we really wanted to speak about, and I think Dami's gonna have to leave soon too. So we'll let him go first.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I'm just gonna go by first saying, Amrabat. People told me, some people actually said to me, like Syria people, Manchester United fans, Moroccan fans were telling me he's better than Declan Rice. He's going to acclimatize to the Premier League right away. He really struggled today. You also have a situation where Ten Hag doesn't seem like he knows what he's doing, taking off his most threatening attackers when you need a goal in a game. And on top of everything else, the lack of attacking threat from some of your players this season. You guys are 10 games in and have only scored 11 goals. Like, this is a Manchester United side that attacking shouldn't be your issue. I thought defending was your issue, but it seems like it's both now. It's crazy.
It's really the midfield, and that's why with some of the signings he's put him under the light of the microscope even more. So, for example, signing Mason Mount when you have Bruno Fernandes makes no sense. They both can't coexist in one midfield. This whole 4-0-6 doesn't make sense because if you have two midfielders vacating the midfield and leaving one DM by himself in the midfield island, once the opposition team bypasses that first phase in their build-up past those two attacking midfielders, you've got one DM against the whole midfield of the opposition. So it doesn't make sense. And I think then that's why it's shown an imbalance in our attacking play, because first of all, they're not creating any chances, they're not in the midfield holding it down with the DM. And secondly, that means that when we're getting attacked, they're not defending the defense. And that's why the defense looks a lot open, even though, like you said, we're actually having defensive issues when you look at it, where our defense is kind of solid. They're holding it down for us, because really and truly, we should be losing a lot of these games like 3, 4, 5, but they're holding it down. It's that midfield that's causing us a whole load of problems. The overall problem is the signings. These signings have been terrible. At the end of the day, we spent so much money and we haven't got a lot of return on investment. All right, winger's crap. Like I said, Mason Mount was the one. Eriksen's not good enough. He's past his best. Amrabat, you have to give him a bit of time. At the end of the day, I wasn't one that wanted him anyway, but he came. We got to make do with that. Who else? Onana has been a bit shaky. Martinez, obviously from last year, he's out injured. At the end of the day, the signings haven't been great, and it's just gonna put him under the microscope even more. You're not playing the players that you have bought, and your so-called best players, Bruno and Rashford, never show up in any big game. So you're asking yourself, you've put trust in players who you've been told are not good enough to take you to where you are, but yet you put trust in them, and now you're wondering why we're losing games. It's not today. At the end of the day, we didn't lose because Man City were great. We didn't lose because they have a hold over us. Like they were better than us. They won whatever. We lost because we are shit. It is so simple as that.
Can I ask you a question, Dammy?
Go on.
Would you sack Ten Hag now?
The thing is everyone's doing Ten Hag in and out. If we sack him now, what do you do then? Get another manager?
I agree. Yeah, fact.
I can tell you, we should do the same stream next year. All of us here, and we'll say we're back here again. The same problems. So I don't really get it. I'm not saying he's helping himself, because he's not. But there is a structural issue at this club that needs to be sorted. But anyway, because look at Igal, for example. Igal and his lot were Kroenke out every single year. Kroenke let his son take charge. You can explain that, whatever. And then they fixed up. Their whole structure is fixed. They're following what the manager wants. But Eddie and his managers are doing whatever they want to do in terms of getting the players. They're all on the same hymn sheet.
Yeah, man. A girl works for the Cronkies.
Now,
I've always said that the Cronkies, since they've changed, it's been a lot better. Since they've gotten full ownership, it's been a lot better, and they've actually been investing. It's like owning a house.
If they change,
it's the difference between owning a house and renting a house.
Yeah,
but it seems like Manchester United's ownership. If we talk about them all the time, but I want to go just a little bit deeper into some of the tactics and some of the players, because I feel like the owners can set you guys up for success, but at this moment in time, you guys are not helping yourself with what you have to your disposal.
Hey, Gal, just one question: why is Bruno still playing as a right winger? Why?
See,
why is he still there?
Guys?
See, this is another problem. Again, you're playing players. You've just perfect point. Why are you playing players out of position? And why are you playing?
Bruno offers them more as a right winger than Anthony does defensively.
No, he doesn't, because Anthony offers a lot defensively.
Anthony offers, he tracks back a lot. To be fair, that's probably the only good thing we got there.
Anthony's better defensively than offensively.
Yo, there's music in the background. Whoever's playing that, please stop it. It can get us demonetized.
But yeah, overall, structure's horrible. Until we fix that, we're not going anywhere. Simple as.
Look.
Okay.
For me, in regards to Man United, look, I'm not taking anything away from City. I thought, I don't see it the way Dammy does in the fact that I thought Man City, as soon as they clicked into gear, they pull you apart. They were all over you. You were all over the place defensively. Just look at the second goal. The play on the left-hand side, the chip in, and Haaland was completely unmarked in the middle of the box with a header, and your defence was... And it's not just the players. The manager has to take the game too.
Damn me, bro.
Yo, who is playing that stuff?
Not me.
Who's playing that, man?
But yeah, let's look.
It's not me.
Ten Hag is a good manager, because I've seen firsthand what he can do to some football we can play in Holland. The fact is, the people that have been bought for him do not fit his style of football and the way he plays. There is absolutely no way. You're telling me the people that have been bought in, Christian Eriksen included, obviously you've got Evans, even Anthony. I'm sorry. What a waste of money he is. You can do pirouettes on the ball you like and all that. What a waste of money that guy is. He's probably the biggest flop in Premier League history for me. Worse than Pepe, worse than Dembele. I just think he's an absolute waste of money. The type of football he plays, there is absolutely no way those players on that pitch fit the way he wants to play football. Now, Dammy can answer this for me. are these really Ten Hag's buyers or are they the owner's buyers? Because if you're going to try,
go on.
I mean, if you were to put Ten Hag managing a Spurs team, an Arsenal team, a Liverpool team, or a City team, I think you see much better football, and I think you see the same level of. No, taking Spurs out, okay, because it's new under our hands. So I won't even include that. I think if you look at the type of teams that are at top level that I just named other than Spurs, I think you'd see Ten Hag playing good football and getting the same level of results that they are now, because I think he's that good a manager with the right players and the right team. But it's not happening at Man United.
And basically, that's why I think what's the name? What's your name?
Miguel, who is actually playing this stuff?
But anyways, someone asked me earlier about would I sack him? The problem is I actually think he's a good coach, but then the players aren't his players, so they aren't. Because we wanted Todibo, we wanted Pavard, we wanted Harry Kane, we wanted De Jong. We wanted, I mean, you can see the type of quality of Kim. Is it Kim?
Kim and J.
Look at the type of players he wanted. He said he wanted those. We were initially going to get some of them. We didn't get any of them.
He also wanted Mason Mount, and he got Mason Mount.
I'm just going to stop everything there. Demi,
go on.
Let Vader jump in and give his take on it, because I feel like we've spoken a lot about the United side. Let's hear from the other perspective. Vader, what are you saying? And then we're going to go to the rest of the guys.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about the game. And I kind of said this. I've been mad ever since that 2-1 loss to them last year. Like that VAR non-offside decision, which was ridiculous. Us losing to them last year and because I wanted that double over them, I've been mad ever since. So how we played today, I was really happy with it. I had no questions with Pep's 11. He chose to go Grealish, no Doku, cool. Foden on that wing, cool. I was happy with every single bit of it. Now, the thing that I find kind of funny, though, is because Ten Hag's the same manager he was last year. Ten Hag is the same guy that got the best out of, quote-unquote, those players last year. They wanted to talk about Wabasaka. He's back and he's doing his thing. They want to talk about Shaw. And I get it. Players are hurt. They weren't available. But he's the same manager. And I'm looking at United fans. And my man, I'm not calling you out specifically. But I'm looking at United fans, and I'm questioning whether you guys have the same endurance, the same toughness, the same durability as I see my Liverpool fans, as I see an Arsenal fan. What my guy Igal had to go through. I'm looking at what Chelsea's going through right now, and I'm also looking at obviously what Alan's had to deal with. United, it's been 10 years and they're panicking. It's a year after Ten Hag won them a trophy and showed them to get back into this top four that they're already panicking and wanting them out. Have they not seen what it means to have managers on a roulette going through manager? If this guy's the guy, let him battle through it. I don't think United fans have the toughness to deal with 2 8-8 and a 5 season. I don't think they have it. But that's what's required in this day and age of football. It's not changing managers all the time. It's seeing which players will play for that badge, which players will play in a derby and make those decisions. So if they decide to get rid of Ten Hag, I'm laughing because I know they're going to be crap for another 5 years.
But Vader, you're spitting facts here. Can I just say he's spitting facts? But you do have to remember one thing and one thing only, is that if we're going to say the biggest clubs in the world is Man United, Liverpool, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and only Liverpool are the only ones that have seen that kind of 8-6-6, consistently for a long period of time. Man United fans, even though it's 10 years since, we have not really been used to this. I'm 26. I'm fine with it. If we were to finish 8th, 5th, then finish first, I'll be fine with it. But most of us haven't seen that. We're not used to that.
Whether you're used to it or not, like every fan base can say my club has been at the top. Every fan base can say I'm not accustomed to this. Not like
it's true. Only one team can win. Chelsea are not accustomed to losing.
Before Fergie, you guys were battling relegation. As in, like, every club has had their period.
But that doesn't mean
you guys were 8th.
But that doesn't mean you should settle for mediocre bullshit.
It's not settling. It's honestly, you can't win all the time. And when other teams are good, you're gonna have to fall off. You're gonna have to rebuild.
Yeah,
You're gonna have to strengthen.
Yeah, but why did you fall off? Why?
You're not-
Because you have a stupid ownership who doesn't know what
But
the
bro,
hell they're
not
doing.
everyone's Real Madrid. That's his point. There's going to be teams that see dips and ups and downs in their performances.
No excuse.
I don't
though.
think City when they go down, it's
The
not going to
Premier
be
League
that
has
bad.
so many great teams that not one team is going to be dominant forever. But yo, I was going to just go to the rest of the panel quickly because I feel like Vader and Dami kind of said a little bit of what they think. But I've already said what I think about the game, guys. I'm just feeling dumb that I took Erling Haaland out of my fantasy team, thinking that I could go with Julian Alvarez and just manage. He messed me up this week. But yeah, Yasin, what are you saying? What do you think about this City Manchester United game?
Yeah, I think Man United were personally shit. They were absolutely horrific. But Man City personally, a lot of people, Erling Haaland, he's my favorite player at City. One of my favorite players. He's a great player, man. You know what I mean? People disrespecting him. He's saying that he's not a big game player. That big game, obviously, some people are saying Man United is not a big game. A Big Six rival is a Big Six rival, and a Big Six game is a Big Six game. And yeah, man, it's a great performance from City. It was kind of expected. I was expecting them to win. Like, I think Man United was going to get like a little consolation goal in the last minute, but they didn't. I did predict 3-1. I was close to the prediction. But yeah, man, City domination. And yeah, man, without KDB, this is without KDB, by the way. Don't forget. So, yeah.
There you go. What are you saying, Alan, about this game?
Pretty much everything I said a little while ago. But look, United are awful. Man City, again, like, let's go back to the start of the season when we done Vibes from the Six from the start of the season. Obviously, even 3 or 4 weeks into it, the amount of people on here telling me that Man City weren't challenging, they were going to do this, do that. And I've said all along how people could continue to write off City when their season starts in January. How on earth can people just go, oh, they're not going to be the same team and all that? They're 2 points off top of the table. And me being honest as a Spurs fan, we're not going to be there at the end of the season. We're going to fall off. So it'll be a straight fight by the look of it between you guys and obviously Liverpool and Arsenal. And Man City are there or thereabouts. And if they do what they did last season, it's another title. I just don't understand why people keep writing this City team off. I really don't.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Man United.
Even City credit there.
Man City.
I'm just going to show you guys something that just popped up in front of my screen a couple of seconds ago. Roy Keane came out and said that Bruno Fernandes is not captain material. So just what we were talking about just a second ago.
I said
Yeah,
that.
he's right. He's right. The guy hides in every single big game. Like he's awful, man. He ain't.
But Yasin, you like Bruno, right?
He's
I don't like Bruno. I wouldn't say I like him. He's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I think a lot of people are starting to see how much of they're saying he's not a good player. I personally think he's an unbelievable player. I'm not trying to act like he's a Zidane, but he's a great player for me personally. And if you watch him for Portugal and recently at Man United, you can see there's 2 different players. At Portugal, he was like the best player at the World Cup, the World Cup. He was even better than Ronaldo that tournament. He's so good. So I think the problem.
Do you think he's starting to become underrated this season?
I think he's starting to get disrespected. I think he's been great this season.
Can I ask you a question? And
yeah, go
I don't like to do things like this, but when you said he was the best player at the World Cup, who did they play? And
the best player for Portugal at the World Cup.
Yeah, and who did they play?
They played
Ghana, Uruguay, South Korea, Switzerland, and Morocco.
No disrespect to any of those countries. They aren't very good countries, so I expect them to play well. When he was tasked with
maybe not Uruguay.
Yeah, but still,
Uruguay are probably the hardest one out of all of them.
To think he's different, to think he's performing so well for Portugal and not at Man United. What you not think he is?
It's basically similar. He plays well against teams that we should be beating. But when it's the big games, doesn't perform. That's what we.
Yeah, but do you not remember last season when you guys were in the FA Cup, to a crucial game to move you guys onto the FA Cup? He scored against Liverpool a free kick. So I don't get why he's not. That was not being a big game player.
That wasn't last season. That was like
it
3
years. It was the lockdown season. So
yeah, but see, that's 3 years ago.
No, it was 2 years ago.
I swear to you, I wouldn't even have a go at Bruno. I swear that I wouldn't even have a go with the guy. Yeah, but it's their fan base which is absolutely, puts this guy up as a KDB.
Because Sam, do you know why?
It's
when the fan base is that big. Man United have arguably the 3rd or 2nd biggest fan base in the world and ever. When you have that much of a big fan base, it's pretty obvious you will have sections of the fan base that will just.
That's the issue. I wouldn't even have because the guy's not even a bad player. I swear that I wouldn't even have an agenda. I wouldn't even have an agenda on this guy. I swear that I wouldn't even have an agenda on this man. It's their fan base who just puts this guy up as he's the second coming of Lampard and KDB and Zizou and all of that, which makes me just say, do you know what? It's too
I'm not
much.
gonna lie though. That time when they compared him to Lampard, I think was it 2 seasons. That was horror. I really got pissed off. I was like,
But
what?
that sums up modern football fans.
That was
should
crazy.
You know
this-
what?
you
He
do
was
this stuff-
scoring on his level.
Nah, but
Let-
Igao,
Yeah,
you
he
don't
was.
do this stuff that
let's
early, bro.
let's
You don't
give
do
some
that.
City credit though. And
Facts,
and,
of
and,
course.
and
Yeah, of course, of course.
they have turned the Manchester derby into the Merseyside derby. That's what they've done.
No, you're not doing that. No.
Nah,
That's
No.
what they've done.
No.
You've made it
see?
non-competitive. You've dominated them so
Oh my
much. You
God.
made it non-competitive.
That's a
The
lie.
reason
No.
why I mentioned that,
That's a
the
lie.
reason why I mentioned that,
Nah, that
I
ain't
said
true.
the reason why I say that is because let me tell you the backstory. Last week we were here and I was saying the Merseyside derby is not competitive. It's the worst derby.
It is the worst derby.
You guys
It
are starting
is.
to make the
Wait,
Manchester
Yeah,
derby.
I'm not. No,
Yeah,
we
it's
stuck
not
with
equal.
this.
You guys are
It's
trying to
the
make the
worst
Manchester
derby.
derby.
It is.
They're not. No, they're not equal in terms of
One
what they're
second.
doing.
Igao, how many
Bro,
times have
I'm
Everton?
giving you credit.
It's
Take
the
it.
wrong credit because it's
But
not
Igao,
true.
that ain't the right. Igao,
Igao,
how
as
many
my-
times?
as-
How
as
many
my-
times have you seen Everton beat Liverpool in
Hey,
this
can I-
in this
can I
last
just-
decade?
No, but
How many-
Everton at least keep it a close game. Ram,
Yeah, but-
you not agree?
Can I just
Hold
back
on.
my-
I'm pretty
United
sure
won.
Everton beat
One
Liverpool
second, one
last
second.
like 2 years
Before
ago.
anyone else goes,
No, they
I just
didn't.
wanted to segue
At
Ram.
Anfield as
That's
well.
why I said Everton
Can I
Merseyside
just back
derby.
my team? Can I just back my team quickly? I just want to say, yeah, that's a poor take because Everton don't actually beat Everton.
Fact.
Everton don't beat Liverpool pretty much at all. We actually
They beat you guys like 2 years ago, I think.
most seasons they don't do the double over us.
I said this year.
But there's one game.
The thing is,
No,
though,
but then,
this
but
whole-
then I have a feeling that United don't have an inferiority complex against City, and neither
They
does
do.
City have of United.
Probably
No,
now
they
they
don't. They don't have an
No, they don't.
inferiority complex like
Okay, maybe it's
Everton
not
do
an
to
inferiority
us.
complex. It's lack of quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but on
Can't lie,
And
Like,
with the
yeah,
lack of
like-
quality, you should not be outworked. You should not be outran. You should not be thing. This is a derby at the end of the day.
If
You
you're
should still- you
if
should
you're
still be able to-
minimizing it to this year, okay, it makes
You know, sing it
sense.
perfectly.
But-
Yasin, your camera
it's-
is locked. You unlock it and then it will turn.
Yeah, if you're making the comparison to this year, okay.
No,
I
I'm trying to,
see what
like,
you're
I'm trying to
seeing.
switch
I
it,
see what you're
bro.
doing, Igal. But if it's over maybe the last 4 or 5 years, no. Like Liverpool have been washing Everton like consistently. Like Klopp's come into this and he's been destroying them. It hasn't been the case whether it's been Mourinho or it's been Ollie. It's always been a difficult game between City and United.
I think Everton.
And
I
you
think
know what,
Everton.
guys?
But
We're
there's
gonna-
it's always been difficult to beat Everton
Yeah.
for us.
Okay,
If you
If you
difficult.
look at it specifically game at a time, it has been difficult. The only time I'd say it hasn't been difficult was
How many L's
the
have you caught?
Rafa Benitez one.
How
where we
many
beat
L's
them
the
4-1.
last 4 years would you say you've caught from them?
We beat them, but
That's
it
what
still
I-
was content. It was still
One
they
second.
give us a game.
I just want a simple yes or no. Do you guys believe the Manchester derby this season will be more competitive when they go to City's ground?
No,
Oh.
it would be least.
No.
It probably
No,
won't be.
right?
Wait,
So
wait,
based on my point,
No.
this season,
I disagree.
because Everton gave Liverpool a game at their ground,
I disagree.
now when Everton go to
But
Goodison
Everton
Park,
didn't give
I
Liverpool a game.
Agree.
They
I
didn't give
I
Liverpool a
expect
game.
it to be a little bit more of a closer game.
Igao,
Merseyside derbies are
Igao,
non-event.
hold on. Igao, hold on. They put 11 men behind the ball.
I'll be
at
right
Anfield.
back, guys,
What game? What game did they?
No
What
worries.
the hell? What kind of a
The
game?
only
did
time
they give
they
Liverpool?
cause a problem for us is at Goodison Park. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
Guys, let's not act like City didn't destroy Manchester United today.
Gal, we won there. You know. Gal,
It's
we win there, by the way. You know, we win at City's ground, by the way. It's not like Everton do not beat Liverpool at Anfield, except for one COVID season. You know, we win at City's ground. You do know that. It's not like they just go and whitewash us we win there. I think in like 4 years once, we won like 3 of them.
Ram, did Everton beat you in the COVID season?
yeah, they beat us. We're
I
behind
just
closed
don't
doors.
think.
Yeah,
I just don't think
Oh.
this season. I just don't think this season you guys are set up correctly to be able to beat
Agreed.
them.
But what I'm just saying, overall, we don't have a spirit or inferiority complex. We're just shit. Whereas
Okay.
That's what.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying about. comparing
Honestly,
Everton.
that was
Like,
supposed to be a compliment. That was supposed to be a compliment to Man City.
Nah,
more
you were
than it was
downplaying
to
the
Man
derby.
City.
Ega, if I could just have my sixpence on this entire, I think it's hard not to talk about United given the fact it was a disgraceful performance in that second half. Like, I only tuned in for the second half, and the way that Man City were just carving you open, and you wouldn't even try to stop it from happening. You knew it was just going to happen. It was inevitable, and you're just allowing it to happen is pathetic. And like, you know, you had some opportunities, some decent opportunities, but again, certain players are off form. And then I don't want to hear the whole, Ten Hag wanted Kim Min-jae, he wanted Pavard, he wanted this, because a lot of managers don't get what they want, but they had to deal with what they have. And I guarantee Pep Guardiola wanted certain players and never got them, and he had to get second choices, and they still end up doing quite well.
He wanted Jude. He didn't get Jude.
We wanted Jude. We wanted Jude Bellingham.
Everybody wanted Jude, guys. Let's not act like Jude.
But you didn't. Did you want Jude?
Bro, we were close to signing him when he was at Birmingham City.
So were we. We actually approached the family. We were like, no.
So
we
were like 24 minutes away from getting the deal done.
Oh, so, Egal, we were close to signing Martin Odegaard.
So what? We were close to signing Szoboszlai. It doesn't mean shit.
Can I just
because Odegaard actually trained with us when he was a kid. It means
we actually bid for Szoboszlai.
Wait, I've got a point that's just going to subway something Alan nothing wants to say.
How can you bid for a kid who's not got a club?
I just want to say quickly, just before Alan goes as well. The difference is, though, is that you lot will have targets, first targets, and it'll be the top one. And then your second target is still a good target, and your third one's still a good target. We went from Kim Min-jae and Todibo, however you want to rank that, to Johnny Evans on a free. You've gone from elite level players to somebody, in my opinion, who should not be a top 6 player. Johnny Evans was literally at Leicester. He always injured. He should have been in the Championship, and that's what you went to. But Alan, go on.
By the way, have we spoken enough about City's performance, Vader?
You know what? I saw where the conversation was going, and I would say no. But the reason why is the performance. It spoke for itself. Like the result of the game, the dominance. Haaland could have easily had a hat trick, right? And
Nana was good.
Oh, Nana was on fire. I mean, he was on fire. I would argue that Haaland rushed that header. I think had he maybe kind of glanced and then chose to place it as opposed to kill it, it would have been.
Vader, do you know why I respect Haaland as a finisher? That second header, he learned from his mistake.
Yes,
because he did exactly what he thought Onana would do.
Exactly. He course corrected because he saw Onana going fully across and went back his way. But no, I mean, performance wise, and I said this, the starting 11, I was absolutely happy with. I was happy with what Pep chose to do. The way we moved the ball around. Honestly, the only thing that United had was based off of our errors. Like when Silva would have a mispass, when Rodri would mispass it, or Diaz carried the ball a little too much, it would spring them. And again, they were ready.
Both of the chances came from mispasses. Both of the chances. They didn't
100%.
create anything.
By the way, I don't know if I got muted. I don't know. But...
No worries, bro.
So honestly, it was a dominant performance from beginning to end. I wanted Pep to like the subs that Pep made. I wanted us to continue to put our foot on their necks. Like I wanted something embarrassing, but honestly, when the fan base was leaving after 2-0, when they were showing it on TV and United fans were already leaving the stadium, that's all I wanted.
I can't lie. City is the only team in the Premier that I have a soft spot for. That's the only team I have a soft spot for.
As a Real Madrid fan, that's weird.
No. Because my old man, my grandpa was a City fan before. That's why.
But just before we move on, I just wanted to give context. Obviously, you alluded to the Manchester derby being like that. It's actually not quite. So I'll be honest. The Merseyside derby is a non-event anymore because Liverpool have just obviously Everton are just bad and Liverpool just dominate them. But
Everton are playing relegation.
The last 15 Manchester City Man United games in the Premier League, last 15, Man City have won 7, Man United have won 6 and 3 draws. So it's a lot closer than what people have given it credit for. So
fair enough.
Alan with the facts.
I want to shift gears now to Chelsea. And Dammy, thank you for jumping on, bro. I appreciate it. Even without your camera working, you still made the time to jump on. So I appreciate you.
Yo, where can we find him? Because I want to talk to more Derby with him.
Hamza Talks Ball, bro.
He works with Hamza on his YouTube channel, Hamza Talks Ball. So big up Dammy. Big up Dammy, bro. Thank you for jumping on. Let's go now to Chelsea. Yasin.
Oh, he's next.
Talk to me about your boys Chelsea, bro. This is not Chelsea. You said. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think it's more predictable that you guys were going to lose that game. Chelsea. Once they scored the one goal, guys. 1 second. Let me land. Once Chelsea concede a goal and a team sets up a low block, it's over because the whole game, when it's 0-0, they still can't score. Chelsea are not clinical. Nicholas Jackson is not a proper striker. They need he's not there yet. Maybe in a couple of years he could be good, but right now he's not that level. And Chelsea still need to go and sign a proper striker for them to be competitive. They're creating the chances. They're bossing the midfield. They're defending quite well, actually. It's just they are not finishing their dinner. Jackson, toothless. Cole Palmer, I can't really blame him. He's trying his best.
Hey, don't talk about it.
Conor Gallagher in the midfield.
Gala has been great. No, I think it's nothing got to do with Gala. I think Gala has been one of our best players.
It's not their issue. Sterling missed a big chance. You have Madueke, does not look like he's Premier League level at this moment in time. I'm not even going to cap. He just doesn't.
He scored against you though.
Yeah, because Zinchenko gave him a pity goal. We gave a sympathy goal.
Bro, Madueke obviously still young in it, and we haven't even given him a set run of games. So give him 10 games in a row and then see, and then we can judge it.
But Yassine.
Maybe I'm being harsh on Madueke. I'll concede
on the Madueke thing, can he even last for 10 games?
He doesn't even
He's
play
very
10
injury
games.
prone.
Forget about lasting. He doesn't even play. Madueke is yet to play 5 consecutive Premier League games, and you're talking about lasting. He hasn't even played, bro. Like,
yeah, but why is that? Because he can't stay fit. He's always injured.
Allow it for a second. Let him land, and then we're gonna go into. We'll go in.
I think personally with the players, I think these players currently, we've got a good set of players. They're pretty young and the experienced players. The older lot as well. Thiago Silva, and Sterling as well. I know Sterling's a 28-year-old experienced player. That miss was crazy. Sometimes Sterling needs to step up. I'm going to criticize Sterling sometimes, but at the same time, I do think he's going to be a crucial player in this team that's going to go ahead and actually do some serious things. I think he's world class. Personally, a lot of people are, being blindsided by the fact he had one poor debut season at Chelsea, and they just completely forget about how actually much of a key player he was for Pep. This season, Sterling, I think, is better than ever. We're actually starting to see glimpses of Sterling from City under Pep, like a player that's able to get him from behind, finish off chances, good on the ball as well, direct. And Sterling's going to be a key player for us. I think he's going to be one of our top players. And in terms of as far as the performances go, I think we've been performing pretty well the last 3-4 games. Burnley, Brighton, people are saying, oh, just because Chelsea beat Burnley, Brighton, it was crazy, or they're getting lucky, Chelsea are getting overhead. Like, we're not even getting over because we've seen the performance and the football we're playing in those games against Burnley and Brighton, the football, and beating a top side like Brighton as well. Some London teams can't relate, but yeah, obviously, you know what I mean? It is what it is. And Fulham as well, these performances, the football that we were playing, nice fluid football with the attack. Attack was looking good. The defense was on point as well. Yeah, man. And people were saying we need to come up against a good side to actually prove. We came up against this Arsenal team. The fact we didn't beat you lot, it was just fucking written on the stars. It's the most painful thing ever. Excuse my language, but it's just the most painful feeling ever, man. 2-0 up. We were looking like we were dominating that game, looking secure. The 3 points was in the bag, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, Robert Sanchez comes in, gives you guys a goal.
You can't blame Robert Sanchez,
bro. We have to blame Robert Sanchez because if
you don't blame him, who are you blaming then?
Bro, it's Chelsea, the whole club. You can't blame it on the goalkeeper.
Bro, we outperformed in every aspect. Defensively, we weren't even letting Saka and Martinelli get through.
I'm not talking about the Arsenal game. I'm talking about
we're talking about Brentford, man.
There's people blaming him for the second goal in the Brentford game. You have to,
that Brentford game. The thing with that Brentford game is, I think we should have scored. I think personally, for me, that Brentford game we should have scored. I think it's just like we didn't take our chances in that game. Personally, compared to games like Burnley where we're taking our chances, we did not take our chances in that game.
Do you have more confidence against the big teams because they're going to play you more differently than you do against other teams?
I'm confident regardless, but this game it was a matter of taking our chances, and we didn't take our chances. And to be fair with you, Palmer was just robbed off of about 5 or bro, he was robbed off like at least minimum 3 assists. He should have got 3 assists minimum. It was like,
okay, I'm gonna start with Alan on this one, guys, because he's gonna play them next week. Alan, you see this Chelsea team, you get confident.
No, look, I'm the way things are going this season. I am confident, but I know how football works. Chelsea down and out, Tottenham riding high, Pochettino coming back to the stadium. I know how football works, so I expect a tough game, so I'm not getting ahead of myself. But look, Chelsea, Agent Poch is doing a job. He's there. He's fucking things up. It's all going well. Look, Chelsea are so weird. Against smaller teams, you're getting found out. But against bigger teams, you're elevating your game and you're actually doing well. So Liverpool, you got to draw. Arsenal, you got to draw. You should have got to win. Obviously, Spurs are up next, so you will elevate your game again. You got good players there, but it's just, like I said, I've said it time and time again, and it's just repeating myself now. The amount of people you've had through that, like 20 odd players in the last 18 months, You're literally going to take. It's going to take him time to sort it out, work it out. I don't even think any manager in the Premier League would go in there and have this Chelsea team with all that's happened in the last 18 months be top of the table, riding high, clear, in a title race this early. It's going to take time. But yeah, it's one of them where you didn't take your chances and you got caught out. I've been there, done and bought the t-shirt as a Spurs fan, so I know what you're feeling. It's just good that it's happening to you and not us for a change. So yeah, it's about it really. But go Agent Poch. Continue doing what you're doing, man.
Yeah, Yastin, do you have any confidence going into next week versus Tottenham?
I think personally, I think Spurs last season they got a little win, you know what I mean, and the first fixture completely outplayed them. They got back into that game, fair enough. But to think Cucurella was, you know what I mean, got his hair pulled. That whole entire war crime, that absolute robbery, we should have beaten them, man. They got one win last season at their ground. Fair enough, getting them a bit confident. But mate, don't forget you've been getting slapped up. We know it. 3-0 at your ground 2 years ago. Listen, this Sunday though, this Spurs team, they're actually looking good for once. The football
Monday.
that they're playing.
I think it's on a Monday.
It's on a Monday. Yeah, this Monday.
We'll save it. We'll talk about Spurs after this segment. Let's go to Vader quickly. Vader, what are you saying on Chelsea, man?
I can't make rhyme or reason with these guys, man. And I know maybe it's similar to United where they're dealing with some injuries and new players and trying to find the chemistry, but they've got too much damn talent to be this bad. You know what I mean? Like the manager's got to fix and find something. Is he going to be highly motivated and sharp because it's Tottenham? I would say so. But Chelsea, it's good for the fan base. And I'm not saying you, my man, in particular, but it's good for the fan base to have to deal with this type of inconsistency and try to battle through it or be patient with the manager because obviously they're not built like that. They've never had to do it. You know, Abramovich was quick to be like, you're bad.
Yeah,
you're
but
out of here.
To be fair with you, we have been through this. In the 15-16 season, that 10th finish was crazy. You know what I mean? That was horrific.
Okay.
And then 10th place finish. We were getting ripped apart. And then Hazard, our best player, had the worst. He had about, I think, 4 goals, all competitions, 2 league goals. He had a horrific season.
That energy you're bringing up, that pass you're bringing up, the fan base need to hold on to that. They need to hold on to that and be like, listen, we're gonna wait this one through. Similar to what I said with Ten Hag. You can't just be panicking. It's 10 games in, but I think the talent is tremendous. It's going to be a great game because I don't think Chelsea are this bad. I don't think they're this bad.
Of course, we're not that bad. We literally outplayed the best team, arguably the best team in the league after City. So.
Yeah. You know what? I think Chelsea have something.
So shameless, Alan.
Unpopular
opinion. Disrespect, guys.
Once again, unpopular opinion, but my early pick for next week is Chelsea get something from that game against Tottenham. Be it a draw or a win.
Is that
hope?
And my logic is Tottenham are going to be a lot more open and they're not going to play as low as a block as Chelsea have been facing. And if Chelsea get more space and more time, they're actually not a bad team in the midfield. They're not a bad team in the defense.
They struggle to score goals.
When they're in the final third, they don't have enough time to think and they don't have enough time to make the right decision. Where against Tottenham are going to be more confident in letting their defenders go one-on-one against them. And if that happens,
if this was at the bridge, cool. But I can't see that happening at Tottenham.
It's the reality of the situation.
Once again, you know why?
Chelsea are a better football club against better teams because the teams that are better give them more freedom to play on the park. Where the teams that are worse, they give them less opportunities. They give them more opportunities to take shots from distance, but they don't actually let them play their football.
Yeah, but I can't lie.
It depends on how much the opposition carves them open. So if Tottenham can carve them open on a consistent basis,
have the players to do
the back of the net, it's gonna be a long day.
No, it's gonna be a basketball game, back and forth. That's what I'm.
But the only way I'd agree with you, Gal. The only way I agree with you,
Spurs concede a lot of shots. They don't concede goals. They concede a lot of shots.
Yeah, but hold on. And Chelsea barely score. So what's your point?
No, but Chelsea, what they have been doing against these smaller teams, their quality of shots have not been good. Against the bigger teams like Tottenham, against Liverpool, against Arsenal, you've seen
even with Liverpool, it was a bit of a meh. It was a bit of a meh thing.
I've seen a better attacking performance.
Look, hey,
No,
Gal,
guys,
no.
it's not rocket
Gal,
science.
Gal,
When you
Gal,
play a
I
low
am-
block against Chelsea,
Look,
they don't.
Yo,
they
guys,
have no- they
Vader,
can't-
Vader said he has to drop. He said he has to drop.
Oh, you gotta go,
Gal-
Vader.
Yeah,
One
I
second.
do have to drop.
Big up Vader.
I want to say this.
Oh,
I think
no.
Egal, obviously, what Chelsea did against you, and obviously Tottenham, top of the league. I can see you wanting Chelsea to get that result against them.
Fact.
Maybe that's a little bit of what's playing
Big
here.
facts.
But how much longer will City fans, Liverpool fans, Arsenal fans continue to see Tottenham at the top? We'll have to wait and see. Thanks for having me on the show, man. Hopefully I can join in the future. Great to see you guys.
Nice one, man.
Connect
Big up.
Big up
again.
Vader, man.
Big up,
Take care,
Vader.
brother.
Bless.
Take care,
Big up,
brother.
Vader.
Chat to you later.
How about this? Let's just combine the Chelsea segment and kind of add in Tottenham now.
Okay,
They
that's
just
fine.
had a great-
Gal, I just wanted to quickly. You're saying about like they're playing better against teams because they open them up and all that, but you're saying like you can say they're not like having more of the ball. These teams that are going to Chelsea are still playing low box or defensive and all that, and letting Chelsea come onto them and then attacking them. Tottenham are a team who we saw it, and again, people are still doing Spurs a disservice. Look, we're going to come unstuck. We're not, again, I don't think we're challenging for the league this season at all. But Spurs are a team. We did it against you guys. We did it against Liverpool, although not as good as we did against you. We did it against Man United. Spurs are coming out to play football.
Look at Ram's face.
Now you guys attack us. No, I'll be honest. We're not going to.
No, I agree.
Us. We're going to take the ball. We're going to attack, and we're going to play football on the front foot. So we're going to go to Chelsea. So we're going to cause them just as many problems as what you think they will get from us on the break. And on the break, that's cool, but they've got to get past that Dutch Usain Bolt at the back.
No, the Dutch Mbappe. That's what he is. Bro, how quick is that guy, brother? The way. Nah, do you know what? Yeah,
Buddy, show. Listen. With all due respect, that guy could only dream of even touching Cole's level. So, please, just like, you know what I mean?
Van der Ven. He's talking about Van der Ven.
Yeah, Cole was better.
Nah.
Oh my
Yasin. Have you seen Van der Ven, bro?
Yeah,
Man, all you guys, Gal, I love how this whole Cole Van der Ven, man. It's
I
funny,
can't lie.
It's funny.
I can't lie, Yasin. I can't lie. If Spurs score first, you're in trouble. I can't.
We're not in trouble, bro. Because with Spurs, they can come back and all. Fair enough. They have that good mentality in their squad. But for me, I think that we're gonna break them up. I think against the low block, they're really good. But I think in the bigger teams, like that game against Liverpool, I don't really think they deserve to win that. To be fair, Liverpool.
Whoa. Put up John Bamford's comment before.
I don't think that Liverpool game, Tottenham did not outplay Liverpool. That's a horror take.
Before the cars, definitely not. We had the better chances before the cars.
I think Liverpool personally should have won that. I think the game against Arsenal were just giving away too many goals. I don't know even know what Saliba was even doing.
Tottenham was
Guys,
better.
let me just stop everything.
Okay.
Alan, give us your take on the game against the Eagles.
Hold on, Alan. I'm not disrespecting you.
No. There are certain people saying that Spurs went to Arsenal, played our way. Yes, Arsenal gave us a chance before the subs.
Spurs are shit, but yet they're still top of the league, bro. Like,
Big up Hussam Ray.
Big up
Big up everyone coming over from Hussam's channel.
Before the subs that took Madison off for the last 10 minutes where we dropped off against Arsenal, we should have gone on to beat Arsenal. We were all over, but we made ridiculous subs.
Agreed.
Nah, fair enough. I think with Arsenal, can I just say this? I think the game against Liverpool, I think Liverpool were the better team overall. If you look at the game, I think Liverpool had the better chances. I think they should have won it. I think that decision, I think sometimes the VAR is just it's a fucking pain.
Again, Alan, to be fair.
And Arsenal, Tottenham, Arsenal were just unlucky. They just had to really give away those chances.
To be fair, I can't lie. Spurs created a bunch of chances before even those mistakes. And I can't lie, Alan, the way you still managed to win that game against Palace, despite you guys were playing crap in the first half, that for me shows everything. That you can play shit and still win these games.
Oh no! Do you know
why I don't count
that? Because Arsenal were the same.
One second. Speak up everyone in the comment section right now. Coming over from Hussam. 1 second, Ram. Let me land.
Yeah, but Arsenal won.
Coming over from Hussam's channel right now. Shout out to Hussam. This is football. Make sure you do hit that like
button.
Hussam,
the biggest twerker for Liverpool.
We're gonna talk. Ozan come back.
Liverpool. He's
saying 3-0.
He's the ultimate twerker for Liverpool.
Guys. Let me land, please. Liverpool 3, Forest 0. Hold that Ram up the Reds. Why is he saying hold that Ram? You're a Liverpool fan.
Why? Oh yeah, exactly. Why?
Also check the DMs. I will check the DMs in a second, my guy. Before we go any further, we're actually going to talk about Tottenham right now. We were just talking about Tottenham, Chelsea, but Alan, talk to me. What happened in this game, bro? I watched the game, by the way. and my analysis of the game might be different from yours. So I want to hear what you have to say first.
No, look, I can be shameless at times. Completely, I
Can
don't
be. Yeah,
deny
can
it.
be.
I can be. More often than not, I talk sense, Ram.
Can you
What?
are.
What?
Yeah. Let me talk, Ram. You just keep it busy down here in 4th or 5th, wherever you are. That's shamelessness. Now let's get on to real football. Look,
3 points,
Spurs,
yeah? 3 points.
in the first half, Spurs were below par, and Palace made it so hard for us. They set everyone behind the ball, smothered us, and we couldn't play the way we wanted to. We didn't take our chances. But then in the second half, we stepped it up. We picked up our pass. It wasn't just all this slow, dittery football. It was fast-paced, fast-moving. And when we play like that, we draw teams out, we create space, which is what we did there. And again, for people that cry all the time, oh, get lucky with an own goal. A goal's a goal, however it goes in and all that. We create pressure and it leads to an own goal. It's a goal. And then obviously
cry more, Waves. Cry more. Boss, a scumbag.
Exactly.
Don't call him a scumbag, bro. He's a nice guy.
No. He's club, bro. Not him.
Okay.
Waves my guy. He's club.
Yeah, so you've got that, and then
You don't know what you started. Waves is going to come for you.
If you take that team goal to the second goal, when we've got room to play, when teams come out and play, that's what we can do to them. And then it was one of them where we could have taken our chances and been 3 or 4.
Can't lie, John is waffling in the comments,
Who is?
Yeah,
That John guy is just talking absolute rubbish. I don't know what he's
Why are
wrong
you
about.
getting triggered by a Tottenham Arsenal comment? Come on, man. You got your own team to worry about. It's fine.
No, I'm worried about. I'm just saying though. I'm a neutral. Liverpool should have won that game. I'm just saying it because
It's all good, but they didn't.
Yo, we got shots fired. El Matis says title races between Arsenal and City. Worry about top 4. That's for Liverpool and Tottenham.
Brother, if Arsenal in the title, so is Liverpool, bro.
exactly.
Firstly, let me tell you something. You haven't won a league title against Pep Guardiola. None of you guys have. I'm the only one that knows what it's like to win against Pep Guardiola.
You're the only one that knows how
I
to
think
bottle
you can call this. Can I just say my
Bottle
piece
it.
right here?
Bottle it. Bottle what?
My man's talking about bottle.
Man, talking about bottling. What did you do last season? 93%.
Can I just say
lack of self-awareness on my part.
Yeah, exactly.
You go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought I got muted. Listen,
SC. Big up Waves, man. It was nothing against Waves. It was just his club. Nothing against Waves. Waves,
Yes, in good land.
I want to land this maybe controversial or whatever, but I think Liverpool finished above Arsenal mainly, and I think it won't even be close. I think they live comfortably as well because I think last season Arsenal win the title race. Good season. I'm not even trying to get riled, but I think one good season in quite a long while near the title race, giving your fans a bit of confidence. This season, I don't think you'll challenge for the title with Liverpool City. I think you'll get close 3rd, 4th, but I think you guys will more prioritize top 4 than top 3. I think Liverpool personally, they just they're more set up. I think with Arsenal, last season the main reason why you're in the title race, United, Liverpool and Chelsea were shit. So I think
you're gonna trigger a guy, bro.
I'm just saying.
I just got a video sent to me, and I'm not gonna lie, this is hilarious. So I gotta show you guys. But we're gonna finish up Tottenham before we go on to the next topic. Okay?
Tottenham will finish above Arsenal as well.
I don't believe that.
I'm joking.
That's BS.
I mean, do you know what? Igal, can I ask you a quick question before you play that, bro?
One second. Let me just show this.
Because I've got a question for you. Afterwards.
Where is it? Here it is. Look at this. Yes, and this is for you.
Is this me? I swear it's me.
Why are you running? Well, I don't get it. Why should it should be Sanchez? It should be Sanchez running from waist up, but he has it the other way around.
Igal, honestly speaking, though, how long are you gonna keep, this is Spurs until you actually say, do you know what? You might have to start taking them serious soon, Igal.
Yeah, because I feel like, do you know what really pissed me off? That guy commented, that guy just now, the Al Mahdis guy. Like, these are one of the Arsenal fans that just get overconfident. Like, remember, at the end of the day, if you come so close to winning, you can just bottle it. It's in the DNA of Arsenal, bro. Don't get a bit overconfident. You get me? Like, calm.
Like Kendrick Lamar said, DNA.
You know what? Allow Ben. Allow Ben. Ben is a real one.
Calma.
Go on, Igal.
No, can I quickly tell you a fact you probably don't know? This is the first time in Premier League history that 3 teams after 10 games have 24 points and above. Only time it's been done. So just to make you aware of that.
And how long?
Since the Premier League began.
Yeah.
So since 92. In Premier League.
Did you say 23 or 24?
No, what do you mean?
Titles, whoever just said titles, I wanted to talk. I think we need to talk your guy on the Arsenal guys, innit? Not us, because we know how to celebrate.
Hold on,
each
hold
other.
on.
Bro,
No,
Chelsea
he's
fans were
referring that to
celebrating
me.
being in the title race.
No.
like-
I know.
referred that
I
to
know
me.
for a
That's
fact
what
it's
it
the
is.
first time
Under-
in history this season that there's been 5 teams with more than 20 points in the first 10 games of the season. Remember Aston Villa, but they're not part of it. But just say,
I
Big
can't
them up.
lie.
big up Unai Emery.
Alan,
Hold
I
that
can't
again.
lie, yeah? Alan, who's your next game after Chelsea?
So I can't recall. Let me just quickly check the fixtures for you.
Let me check.
1 second.
That's
No,
your
you got
club,
it on
bro.
there.
Come on, man.
You
What
got
are you doing?
Wolves. You got Wolves, Aston Villa, Man City.
Oh, they're gonna win Wolves.
Do you know what?
Nettles out.
Do you
so
know
they're
what?
gonna win.
If they actually, Gal, I'm gonna say this right now, yeah. If
Yeah.
they come out of those 3 games, yeah, unbeaten, then I'm gonna sit and say, do you know what, yeah? Come to January, no injuries, and Daniel Levy actually puts his money in. Do you know what? You never know, man.
You know what? I think this is the perfect time to get to bring in Liverpool and Arsenal in this conversation also, because Arsenal won this weekend, won 5-0. Liverpool won 3-0. You can see that our goal differences are all close together. All of our goal differences are up now. You can see that our goals scored are all pretty much up. The difference between us is all like a couple points. It's very early in the season, 10 games in. Usually now is where you can start to see what the Premier League is going to shape up to be. I don't think this is what it's going to look like come a couple of weeks from now, because I look at Liverpool in the Europa League, how serious are they going to take the Europa League or not? Man City without Kevin De Bruyne. When Kevin De Bruyne comes back, are they going to start running and flying?
Wait, Gal, what do you mean by Europa?
No, I'm saying if you guys don't take the Europa League seriously, you guys could basically take this Premier League campaign.
Yo, who's making us?
Gal, just to let you know, we're more or less through. We're like 5 points ahead of everyone else.
Somebody
yeah.
Your mic is a
Okay.
bit.
So Liverpool could. I was saying Liverpool could shift their focus solely to the Premier League and focus on that and try to get as many points and try to win this league title. As for Tottenham, out of the top 4, I think they have the most deficiencies. They're one out of all the teams. You look at their defense. If Liverpool get an injury, they at least have Matip. Man City get an injury, they got so many different great defenders, right? Arsenal, we've shown that we have quality and depth. Even without Gabriel Magalhaes playing this weekend, we still did well. We have Tomiyasu coming off.
That's
the
what he
bench.
did.
Sheffield United, though.
All these guys. Guess what, bro? Certain teams can't beat Sheffield United. It is what it is.
Like who?
No, yes.
No, certain teams have close games with Sheffield United where we can put them to the sword.
Egal, with all due respect,
You struggled against Sheffield United.
I'm pretty sure Tottenham had a late
He's
winner.
talking about Spurs.
Oh.
With all due respect, if City gets Rodri injured for a sustained period of time, City are going to struggle big time. If Arsenal, if they lose out on Saliba for a long period of time, or Declan Rice, then I would say Arsenal are in big trouble as well. If Liverpool get Alisson injured or Salah injured for a good period of time, I think they could be in trouble as well. So I don't think I wouldn't really discount this whole just the Spurs thing.
This is me. Look, I was going to come on here today and I was going to give Arsenal praise and Liverpool praise for winning their games.
Lies.
No. I was. But then I remembered all the talk that I've heard in recent weeks. Who are Spurs beating lower teams and all that? So lucky, this and the other.
That's the stupidest argument I've ever heard.
Liverpool and Arsenal only beat.
By the way, I never said that. Alan.
No, but whoever that says that is a stupid argument.
Liverpool are clear of Tottenham, man.
Not you personally, Brad, but other Liverpool fans. So, and now Arsenal fans have done it. So you beat lower teams, you don't get no respect from me.
Alan, you know why that's a stupid argument as well? Because if you have dropped points to
so we get no credit now.
They would have ruined.
Alan, didn't I come here and beat you guys up
finish?
after you won 2-1 against Brentford?
I don't know.
I mean, Sheffield United, when you won 2-1, and at the end, didn't I say that wasn't Spurs? They changed a little bit. I gave you credit.
More often not, like 90%.
No, Alan, you know,
give praise.
Alan, you know what I found being ridiculous, yeah? Because if you would have, what's going on? There's something.
Yasin's like.
It's true. Bro, you know what the worst thing is, Alan? If you had dropped points or lost to any of those teams, the shit you would have been getting for not being the team. And as soon as you do, but you just being the small teams. Yeah, if they wouldn't have done it, you would have bloody ripped into a new one for them.
So 1 second. So Liverpool don't get no credit for the 3-0 win.
Hold on, I never said that. I give teams credit if whoever they beat. Because
because they gave you a good game ago. You struggled against them in the first game of the season.
Yeah, but that's.
I personally think Liverpool are a good side, but when they come against like a real, I don't think they have come against like a good big six side yet. when they come against like a big side, I think they're gonna really get exposed.
So our games, majority of the season.
So you
it's
have
been-
Liverpool finishing above Arsenal, Tottenham finishing above Arsenal, but you still think Liverpool can get exposed?
No,
No, he
I'm
said he
joking.
was
Tottenham's
No.
I was joking about Tottenham. Arsenal are clear of Tottenham, obviously, but I'm just saying that Liverpool are. I think Liverpool get top 4. Tottenham and Liverpool and Arsenal are all bound to get top 4 with City right now. But I'm just saying Liverpool, they really need to actually prioritize that DM position in January because I think they're gonna get exposed in big games, bro. Because that
the
midfield.
thing-
Ask FSG. That's the
And
only.
You know what,
nothing,
Ram, I'm
nothing
gonna
against,
come to you
nothing
right after
against
this.
McAllister's
Ram, I'm going to come to you right after this. Who gets 5th? Newcastle or Aston Villa?
Aston Villa. No, I'm joking. It'll be Newcastle.
Can I just
Because
quickly-
Newcastle are going to get knocked out.
I
I think-
disagree. I think it's gonna be either Chelsea or.
Yeah.
My man just said Chelsea,
It's
bro.
not funny, bro. It's not funny. Like,
Oh, you're being serious?
You just be talking. You'll see. You'll see.
No way he said Chelsea.
If you
That's
say
it.
Bro,
we're-
United have more of a chance than you, man.
Yasin,
No,
Yasin,
listen,
you cannot tell
we're
me.
10 games in.
12,
We're 10
11.
games in. One second. We're 10 games in, and you think Chelsea are that shit when we've been
You're
winning
10
games.
Yes.
points behind Villa. You're 10.
Yasin, with all due
It's
respect,
simple.
the way
No,
you man have been playing this season, you cannot tell me you're confident of getting top. You cannot
Bro,
tell
you're
me
We're
you're
10
10
points
confident.
games
behind
in.
fifth.
For fuck's sake, 10 games into the season. So we're not even a third
Yeah, but
into
hold
the
on.
season, bro.
Yeah, but hold on. You base it off of what
but
you've
it's-
seen
listen,
so far.
Listen to me. It's not even a third into the season. Chelsea almost beat Arsenal with 5 of their main starting players out.
Yes,
Give
I
it
get-
time.
Yes,
We're not
it-
even a
you're-
third
yes,
into the
it-
season, bro.
1 second.
What is going
Yes,
on? What
answer
is
this
wrong with-
question. Answer this question. Your next 5 games are on the table right here. Tottenham, win, loss, or draw.
Oh my God.
I'm saying a draw.
Man City, win, loss, or draw.
Loss.
Newcastle, away, win, loss, or draw.
Me personally, I think Newcastle are overrated. I'm saying win.
Brighton, Brighton
you know
at home.
Chelsea's record.
1 second,
Oh,
guys. Let
it's
him land.
horrible.
Brighton at home.
Brighton we beat. I'm gonna say win.
Manchester United away.
With Man United, I personally think Man United they're worse than us. I think their players. There's not one player in that team that actually wants to try and change games to them besides Rasmus Højlund. And
So
potentially
you're
Bruno
saying 3 wins and a draw in your next 5 games.
Fernandes. I'm saying a win against Man United as well.
So 3 wins and a draw in your next 5 games.
Yes.
Yassine, those next 5 games are like constipation.
By the way,
of
can I
another
say-
The
level,
thing
bro.
is, you
You
guys
get
need to
me?
remember. You guys.
By
need
the
to remember
way,
Chelsea
by the way,
have
by
5
the
of their
way,
main starting players out.
By the way,
Remember.
can I show you? This is Chelsea's last 5 games. Lost to Aston Villa, win
Hey.
against Fulham,
Hey.
win against Burnley,
Hey.
draw against Arsenal,
Hey.
and lost to Brentford. So
Hey.
if history repeats, if history shows, they might be better against these teams, but at the same time, they're going to need to get some of their injured players
Miguel,
back.
it's City, Fulham, or
The
Burnley.
thing is,
now.
don't
It's
forget,
Spurs.
Igal, don't forget, our backup fullback options absolutely dominated the best wing partnership in the Premier League in Martinelli and Saka. So remember that, please. Don't forget.
Are they going to
Yeah,
play?
we still
Are they
do.
going to play
It doesn't
fullback
mean
in them
nothing.
games?
I think no.
They played fullback, bro. What are you talking about? They played fullback.
guys.
Last game, I swear, like Disasi was playing right
Let
back.
Alan land. Alan,
Yeah, but that's one game, man.
I mean, look, I'll be honest. As it stands right now, I see both Newcastle and Villa finishing ahead of Chelsea by quite comfortably too. As it stands at the moment, I think people are being far too disrespectful to Aston Villa. I think they're a merit. I think they're playing good football, and I think they can give, with that team that they've assembled, anyone the game this season. That is the game. So we're going to play Chelsea, which I'm confident of getting a result. We then play Wolves. That is the first game that I'm looking at Villa. Like, obviously, we've played the big guys, and I did since obviously the Arsenal game and Liverpool game, where I'm looking at them going, that is going to be tricky.
Can I just say, you know,
Just say
Tottenham
we
beat us
slapped
when
them.
Tottenham beat us last season. Can I just say real quick? When Tottenham beat us last season at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium ground, that was the first time you got 3 points against Chelsea since 2018 under Conte. That's what I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Okay,
Let's quickly move to the Arsenal game before we go finish off with the Liverpool game as the last game. Eddie Nketiah hat-trick, guys. What are we saying? Is he disrespected? Eddie Nketiah should get more ratings.
Hey, Gal,
This
can you listen to what you just said? Sheffield United.
Oh my word! Did
Listen,
you just say disrespected?
Bro, can I give you an honest point? A Premier League hat-trick is still a Premier League hat-trick.
Facts.
There's
I agree with that.
Come on,
There's
man.
certain players who've never gotten Premier League hat-tricks.
Even Alan is not this shameless, man. Come on.
Bro, I'm being honest.
What do you mean?
Let's be honest. If Alan right now would rather have Eddie Nketiah as his striker than Richarlison.
This is true. This is true.
But Richarlison
Brother,
doesn't even play striker.
I do
Once
say
it-
with you,
once
yo,
it-
Igal.
once
One
it
thing,
in, Yasin right now would probably have Eddie Nketiah over Jackson.
Now the thing is, listen, I wouldn't take him, but I'm just saying, Nicholas Jackson, mate, take notes to your fellow West African brother. You get me? Because, bro, you being a bit
Brother,
off
who
it, bro.
cares?
You know what I mean?
Who gives a shit if he picks NKETIAH over Richarlison? Both are crap. Both are rubbish.
Jackson
Like-
is a better. Listen,
Nah,
I
but give
personally
him
think
credit,
a lot of
bro.
people. Can I
No,
just
but
say this, Jackson?
Egal, I'm not taking Nketiah over
Again,
any of my
Sheffield
strikers,
United,
thank you.
Sheffield United has got 1
Guess what,
point.
bro? Last season, people would have taken Eddie Nketiah over Darwin at certain points.
Egal.
Yeah,
Sheffield
that's
He's not
United.
even that
Amazing,
good,
bro.
man. He's a good
Again, I
striker,
looked at
but
the table.
his overall ability as a player, I don't even think he's better than
Yes, I looked at the table. They've got
You
1
have to-
point.
1 second.
Sheffield has 1 point.
Bro, it's not about that. It's you okay. How can we sit here and say it's just Sheffield United when Man City played them, they only won by 1 goal. When
Context,
Tottenham
Egal.
played
No,
them,
no, you
one
have to use
second,
context. You
One
have to use
second, when
context.
Tottenham played them, it took them the 100th minute to win the game. And when
I didn't see
Manchester
the
United
game.
played them, it took Scott McTominay turning
That.
into Kaká.
Yeah, that's
for them
that's
to
one of
win.
the but Spurs are overrated though, we know, innit? And also,
Did
I'm talking
you?
about, the
Okay,
thing is-
once again. No. Yes. Hold on. Did
Guys,
you even watch
listen
the
to what I'm
Spurs game?
saying though. A Premier League hat trick. How are
Yeah.
we not giving him respect?
Okay.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I've-
that's great. But I'm still not taking him over Gakpo or Nunes.
Okay, hold on. So once again,
Gakpo,
You take him over
that
Rasmus
guy,
Højlund.
Gakpo. Did you say Gakpo?
I'm
The
taking
last time I saw
Gakpo.
Gakpo play football was like 10 years ago, bro.
Nah, stop it, man. Stop it. Gakpo's a quality
I
player,
mean,
man.
play
Gakpo's a
today,
quality
bro.
player.
I
Stop
don't know
it.
what you're on
And
about.
you know what?
man.
And-
Yo,
Like a
guys.
full game. Like a full game.
Listen to this. 1 second before we go any further. My man said he would take Eddie Nketiah over Rasmus Højlund and it would be an upgrade.
Oh,
Okay, what is he
Sure,
smoking? Because I
man.
want some. What is he smoking?
He's not real, yo, Sam. He's not wrong, though. Who has more Premier League goals?
Oh, stop.
Oh,
it,
we're gonna really
man.
do this. How many Champions
Stop
League goals
it.
has Nketiah have this season?
There you are.
Bro, Nketiah's not even starting Champions League games, though. So
Come on, Egal.
I'm not
Answer
even
the
trying to
question.
defend Arsenal here, but I swear to God, Højlund, that one-on-one goal through, he should have scored that, man. That was a
Brother,
shit.
this guy, how many
Can
goals
we
does this
just
guy
give
have?
Eddie respect?
Look, I'm going to give him
Respect
respect.
for
Look,
what?
no, let,
A
I'll
hat
give-
trick in the Premier League.
Against Sheffield United.
guys, let's not be polarized here. I'll give him credit for scoring a hat trick because it's not easy to score
Yeah,
a hat
well
trick.
done.
Thank you.
But the reason why he's not playing in Champions League football is because he's not good enough to play in Champions League
Fact.
football. That's why he's
Thank
not playing.
you.
Thank you.
Both is correct at the same time. It's not that
Egal.
way.
What are you doing,
No,
man?
but Alan, this is how Egal started it. Yeah, this is how he started it. The question was, is Eddie Nketiah disrespected? And we're like, in what way is he disrespected? He's a backup striker. That's all. I wouldn't swap him for Cody Gakpo or Darwin Nunez.
Gakpo's not a striker.
Definitely
Gakpo's not a
top.
striker. Gakpo's not a striker.
I know, but I'd rather have Gakpo as a striker than Eddie Nketiah.
Gakpo's a
wouldn't-
good player.
I
I think
guarantee you-
Nketiah as a striker is underrated. To be fair, I don't even like fuck Arsenal, but as a striker, Nketiah can actually do the job for you.
But I still take Cody Gakpo over Eddie Nketiah as a striker.
I disagree, personally.
I
I
guarantee
think the
you-
bias is kicking in there. The bias.
No, it's not. I guarantee you, Alan would not take Eddie Nketiah over Heung-min Son, and I guarantee you, Sam wouldn't take Nketiah over Hosselu.
No, I won't. And listen, I can't. And listen, I don't even think Hostel is good enough for my football club. But Eddie Nketiah doesn't even touch that level. He doesn't. I'm sorry. He does. I wouldn't even take him
And
over
yo,
Hendrick.
can I just say,
I wouldn't
I
even take him over
personally don't
Hendrick.
even
But
think.
big up
coming
for
in.
getting a hat trick.
I
Big
think
up.
people are being
Yeah,
like. I
fair
think
play.
with Jackson, can I just say with Jackson, his finishing has been so shit. But I think if you watch him this season, like as an overall player, he's actually been quite of a team player, dropping back, getting into good positions, letting Sterling and Mudryk actually capitalize. You know, when Sterling and Mudryk in that Burnley game and the Fulham game and the Brighton game, they actually got their goals and they were performing well because Jackson actually dropped back.
Oh,
and
that
let them do their
super chat. I'm sorry. That super chat just came in. I'm sorry. Nah.
Lord,
Jackson is a better player
Oh.
than Nketiah. What's the super chat? I can't see.
Miguel, put the super chat up.
$1.99, well spent.
Eddie is better than.
Oh my word.
No, he's not.
Brother, tell me one thing Eddie is better than
I think
Gakpo.
this is a
I'll
wild
wait.
take. Do you guys agree?
Definitely
Brother,
not. But I think
brother, give me one
I think
thing,
Gakpo is. I think
No.
Gakpo,
Give-
Gakpo hasn't played a
he's
game
better
like
than-
a full game in like 10 years. bro.
I'm begging you. Give me one thing he's better than Gakpo. You can't name one thing. You can't even name one.
Finishing.
Finishing.
Eddie Nketiah is a better finisher than Gakpo.
I mean,
No.
Shooting, finishing, I would say.
I mean, shooting definitely not. Cody Gakpo's got a better repertoire of
But
finishing.
hold on,
than-
finishing isn't finishing
than-
shooting then. So what are you basically finishing on there?
Because I guarantee I trust Cody Gakpo from 25 yards out than Eddie Nketiah from 25 yards out.
Gakpo doesn't even play football. That's the thing. He's a backup winger. That's the thing.
Yeah, he's injured now. He's injured now.
Yeah, but either way, Gakpo doesn't touch Luis Diaz or Salah or even Nunes' level. He's a backup winger.
Obviously, because still a level above him. But
the same reason you're trying to downplay Nketiah. Bear in mind, I don't even give a shit. Like it's saying Gakpo is a backup winger and Nketiah is a backup striker.
Hold on. I don't need to downplay. Hold on. I don't need to downplay Eddie Nketiah. The guy has proven to everyone he's.
No, I'm not saying you, Sam.
Even then, right? Even then, if forget Gakpo, I'm taking Diogo Jota over Eddie Nketiah all day long.
Of course. No, I agree with that.
Far better finisher than Eddie Nketiah.
No, but that's not the question. That's like saying Richarlison or Eddie Nketiah, and then my man saying I would rather take Son over.
No, because Diogo Jota has played as much as a striker as Cody Gakpo has this season. But I still think I wouldn't swap Eddie Nketiah for those three. No offense.
By the way, guys, can we just? I think Alan hit the nail on the head. He said we give the guy credit, but at the same time we don't yell and scream saying he's the best player on the planet. Because
why did you say?
Can I just say personally, I think he's a better striker. No, can you hear me? Can you hear the key one?
Yeah, we can hear you.
I think Nketiah is a better striker than Jesus, personally. Me, that's what I think.
Okay, fair enough. You think he's a better striker than Jesus? I think Jesus is a better player, as I see in your TikTok. And
I agree.
But Eddie Nketiah gets a little bit disrespected, and I think he deserves some more credit. Now, moving on to Liverpool. Before we
can you just explain what is he getting disrespected for?
Nketiah, wait, who Kane?
Nketiah gets disrespected by the Arsenal fan base because he does perform when he starts, but people just don't rate him at all, even as a backup.
I think Arsenal fans. I know you're a good fan, but I'm just saying with some. I know you're a good fan, but some Arsenal fans, like, I think I even saw Arsenal fans last season, like, just because Smith Rowe had like a big injury, they were getting on to him saying you need to sell him.
He said Eddie is better than Nunes.
No, he's not. He is not better than Nunes.
Oh,
I'm sorry,
he's not.
You can't even troll. You can't even troll. Nunes this season has been amazing this season. Crazy. Honestly, what we talk about 7 GA in 9 games, and the first 3 games that he played, he wasn't even starting.
Wait, he says I will take Eddie better than Nunes.
Does
that even make sense? I will take Eddie better than what?
To be fair, Nunes' accuracy is amazing. The way he found that post against Toulouse is incredible.
To be fair, can I just say?
I'm joking.
Yo, Ram.
Disrespect my guy,
Ram, can I just say Nunes? With Nunes, I can't understand. If you're telling me as a striker, you take Nketiah with Nunes. Nunes, his finishing is a bit suspect sometimes. He's not really like reliable.
I say the same with Eddie, bro.
Okay, guys,
not really.
Chat, but he agrees with you on the Jota point, guys. Before we go on to Liverpool, I just need to say this. I hope and pray that my man's family's okay. What's it called? Because there's some people that kidnapped his family in Colombia.
His mother's safe now.
His father's now safe. But this is a crazy situation. I can imagine he didn't play for you guys because his head must not be in it, obviously. And at this moment in time, I just hope he's okay. His family's okay, and hopefully everyone at Liverpool supports him and gives him the time he needs to get his head ready to go again and compete. Because imagine any one of us, how much we are so close to our families and we all love our families. Imagine as a professional footballer living across the world, finding out that your parents have been kidnapped. Like, this is crazy. I just hope. And for anyone who doesn't know, what's his name?
Diaz.
Luis Diaz.
Luis Diaz
is Colombian footballer, of course, and yet his family still lives in Colombia. And he found out the other day that his family have been kidnapped, and luckily his father's back. But is his mom?
No, his mother's back. His father's still missing.
Mother's back.
His father's still missing.
That's tragic news. I wish nothing but the best, man, innit? Because that is actually crazy. I think some players, when that happens, I made a video on it. I think with players like Dele Alli as well and Rashford last season, and players like that were off form. Like, sometimes these players, you don't actually know what they go through, like their mental health, and because this what's happened with Luis Diaz, this can lead this guy into some serious shit like depression, anxiety, and almost like make him quit the whole sport because it's something crazy, bro. You know
Adriano had the same thing happen to him.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't recover well from it, but it's like a guy said. Obviously, my thoughts and prayers are with Luis Diaz and his family, man. Obviously, I can only imagine what he's feeling like at this moment. Obviously, he's not in Colombia. He can't really do much. He's halfway across the world. almost feeling helpless, man. And it's
Yo,
really,
his dad was
really sad to
rescued.
see.
His dad was rescued. So
His dad was rescued.
Yeah, his dad was rescued 7 hours ago.
Good.
Oh,
his
was it?
mother-
Okay.
So his mother was rescued 16 hours ago, and his dad was rescued 7 hours ago. So that it was just them two, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good, man.
No, but
Good,
it said father of Liverpool, Luis Diaz, missing in Colombia.
No, 7 hours
Still.
ago he was rescued, and there was a shootout, and 2 people died, but he's okay.
I think the criminals has been shot.
Bro, this is
It's
not
crazy,
normal.
man. It's
I
crazy.
wouldn't be surprised if he's missing for at least a couple weeks. Like,
Yeah, man. And you know what? I want to quickly give a shout out. Big up Diogo
We're gonna
Jota,
wrap
man.
up
The
right
first
after this.
thing, I don't know if you could, if you're
Yeah,
able
I
to,
saw
if
that,
you
I
go,
saw that.
but that's the first thing he did was get the shirt of Luis Diaz and show it to the fans. That's big up Diogo Jota for that, man. Like, it's honestly, and that's just it's like symptomatic of what this club has been like for the last couple of months. Obviously, last season it was a lot of turmoil, a lot of disparity between the fan bases and everything. But now it's just everyone's all more or less together, and that's why a lot of Liverpool fans have been saying that we could go on and challenge because of this togetherness within the club, and it's something that we haven't seen for such a long time. And yeah, man, it's all I can say is thoughts and prayers to the family of Luis Diaz. Man, I hope everything goes as smoothly and as best as possible. But when it comes to the football game, man, it was ruthless, I'll say. If in the words in Mortal Kombat, flawless victory. Literally, they didn't have a sniff. They didn't have a sniff.
Let me let Alan jump in before we continue on to the game. Alan, you're going to have to go. Link is in the description to Alan's channel, Vader's channel, Yasin's channel, and Hamza's channel, as Dami works with Hamza Talks Paul. So please do check those out. And of course, I'm going to put Ram's channel link in there just right now. I forgot. But yeah, Alan, did you have something to say before you had to go?
Yeah, obviously, same sentiment as you guys in regards to Luis Diaz family. I hope, obviously, they're all they all come back well soon, like in regards to what's happened. So obviously, my thoughts about that in regards to the game, because it's a nothing team like Forest. I'm not giving them any credit like Spurs haven't been given. So yeah, just to end on that. Don't cry around. It's all good, Brad. Thanks for having me. Now, yes. I'm going to remember how big you were talking this stream about coming to get something at Spurs. I remember.
You know what, Yasin? 1 second. Can I get on the record? Yasin, you have to be here next weekend.
Next weekend this time.
Monday night.
Next weekend this time.
No.
It's Monday night ago.
Monday night football.
Oh, shit. Okay, so they're changing vibes from the 6th to Monday.
Why is that Monday night? Whatever. Either way, I'll be there. Nice one, man. Nice one.
Cheers, man.
In Poch we trust.
He said, "In Poch we trust." Listen, guys, let Ram finish up with Liverpool, and then we're gonna wrap it up. Ram, what are you saying?
Yeah, man, it's like everyone today played at a minimum 8 out of 10. I thought Simic. Well, I hope Sam is still here when I say this. Simicast, or should I say Simiclass, was class today. I thought Szoboszlai obviously got 2 assists today, was really good today. Nunez got himself a really good goal. Link-up play is getting better by the minute. Every single game he starts is improving on his link-up play. He's no longer having that Timberland first touch. And yeah, man, business as usual, man. It's business as usual.
Miss of the season, by the way. Miss of the season, by the way, Darwin Nunes.
That miss, though, I can't. You know, if somebody tells me, I can't even hear. NKETIAH over Nunes ain't even that bad, because that miss was crazy, bro.
Which miss are you talking about?
That miss against Toulouse.
Ram, don't even try.
Oh, that Toulouse. No, but that's just him. That's literally him in a nutshell. Whenever he does something amazing, like putting 2 men on the floor and then skips past the goalkeeper, putting him on the floor and then just missing it, that's Darwin Nunes in a nutshell.
Can I just say Sobis, like, what a baller, man. What an absolute baller he is, bro.
Yeah, man. He's sick, man. He's
sick.
Yeah, man. This guy this season should have had around about 6 assists this season.
Yeah.
Because some of the donkeys in front of him don't know how to finish their dinner. Literally been missing out on 4 assists. But yeah, man, everyone's playing well. And obviously a big shout out to Alexis McAllister. Obviously had a lot of heat this season. Obviously playing in a position he's not familiar with.
It's not a DM, man. It's not a DM.
But in terms of today, by far his best performance in this show, and arguably man of the match. Controlling the game, getting in between the midfield, playing the superb football, playing the superb long balls to either Cody Gakpo or Darwin Núñez or Diogo Jota or Salah. Just everyone was just amazing today, man. Everything was just gelling well. And yeah, symptomatic of what's happening in the last couple of weeks.
By the way, I'm just going to show you guys a report of the rescue before we go any further. The kidnapping situation involving
I've seen it.
Parents, father has been rescued following a shootout, left 2 people dead, reported by the Daily
Good
Sports.
to see, man.
So that's good to hear. But yeah, if you wanted to see that. And I'm just going to give Liverpool their credit. Big up Liverpool for winning their game, doing their good job. Mo Salah deserves a lot of credit. 3 games in a row.
Oh, no, you're not done yet because you've got a super chat. Look what that guy just put in. Oh, my days.
One second.
Diaz and Martinelli equals Martinelli.
Diaz and Martinelli equal what? Martinelli.
Jesus.
What even is that? There's no way my guy wasted $10 saying rubbish. What is that?
Okay, let's try to understand this. So he's saying Diaz and Martinelli equals Martinelli, Jesus, and Jota.
He's doing who's better.
Martinelli,
so Diaz and Martinelli,
so he means better. So Jota and Saka and Salah are better. Salah, Eddie, and Gakpo equal.
No. It's Diaz and Martinelli, then it's Jesus and Jota, then it's Saka and Salah, then it's Eddie and Gakpo.
What?
And then he starts talking about Rice and Szoboszlai equals Rice.
Yeah, Rice and Szoboszlai.
My brain had about 10 cheeses trying to understand.
Okay. I got it. So he's saying Martinelli's better. So he's saying Martinelli's better than Diaz. He's saying Jota is better than Jesus. He's saying Salah is better than Saka. He's saying Eddie's better than Gakpo. He's saying Núñez is shaking. What?
Núñez is not shaking, man.
And
he's
then
got 7 GA this season.
Yeah.
And then he said Rice is better than Szoboszlai, which I agree with. Anyway,
no, he's not. Because one, they don't play in the same position, and I guarantee you, I wouldn't want Declan Rice doing what Szoboszlai is.
The thing is, we don't care.
How are you comparing them?
Enzo Solo's both of them, so we don't care, man.
It's 2 different positions, man.
And then he has more assists than Enzo.
Yo, do you remember, yo, can I just say, Igal, can I just say, Axel Disasi has the same amount of Prem goals as Jesus.
You want to know something funny? Brentford have won more games at the Bridge than Chelsea has since April, apparently. Told me that.
Yeah, but that's a bit deep. But the Sassy, imagine the Sassy. That guy is not even a player. He only became a Chelsea player. The Sassy.
By the way,
but it doesn't matter.
Having the same amount of Prem goals as your main striker, that is peak, bro.
How many? No, Eddie Nketiah right now is our main striker because Jesus is injured.
Yeah, but usually who's your main striker? Who's been your main striker for the past 2 years? Is
Jesus.
Wait. Do you want to do goal tallies with Arsenal right now?
Goal tallies. Yo, can I just say? Last season, you had one less. I think you had one less goal conceded. Goal tallies.
Yeah, because we conceded like 15 goals after Saliba got injured. It was mad. But yo, we're gonna wrap it up here. Big up to the super chatter of the day, my man here. How do you pronounce his name? Chakwezi Auto LLC. That's definitely a business name. Yeah,
some pretty wild takes, man. But
big up to you, man. Super chats of the day. And Mattis also with the big up for the super chat. And Ozan Kabak saying, Ram, hold that. Why are Liverpool fans telling you to hold that?
I don't know, bro. It's probably some dead joke that Sam made up, man. You know what I mean?
But Sam's always the biggest twerker, the biggest shaker for us. He's always shaking it. So
nah, bro, he's just keeping it real. Unlike
he ain't keeping it real, bro. We know Liverpool.
To be fair,
have you heard the amount of times?
Guys, I'm not gonna have no Hussam slander on this stream right now. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. We're out of here. Love for the love, people.